All right. First of all, this video is not to be a scare tactic in any way. It's just something that came to mind. Um, I was watching a documentary on a tsunami that happened, I think it was back in 2011, and just off the coast of Japan. And basically, I think 18,000 people were either killed or missing in Japan. And that was devastating. Like, it was devastating, and it's actually shocking that nobody saw it coming. With all our current technology that we have, satellites, all this kind of stuff, we still can't see this stuff coming. So in Revelation chapter 16, there is a massive earthquake that is coming down the pipes. I don't know when. Could be a year from now, could be 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, next generation, whatever. But important thing is, in the end times, it talks about a massive, massive earthquake. This is something that is just, it's not normal. So let's just read here. The seventh vial. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, "It is done." And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake, and so great. And the great city was divided into three parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before God, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, which is interesting, maybe a partial flood, and the mountains were not found. And thereupon men a great hail out of heaven on top of everything. So every stone about the weight of a talent, huge stones. I don't know if they're the size of a car or what, but these are not your normal size hailstones. And men blaspheme God because of the plague of hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. So whenever you look in the book of Revelation and you see the word exceeding great, that is monumentous. That means this is something that has never happened and will never happen again. And with the tsunami that happened in Japan, some of the earthquakes were lasting like 6 minutes, and people were terrified. I can't imagine here in Canada, in Alberta, what that would like to have the ground being ripped out from below you. I can't imagine what the people in Japan went through. That would be just heart-wrenching. And over here in Luke chapter 21, Jesus is telling his disciples what the end of the days is going to look like. And in verse 25, he says, "And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." Think of a bathtub full of water shaking back and forth. "Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." So just think about that for a second. Jesus is saying men's hearts are failing because of fear. Do you know what kind of an event would happen where guys are just dropping like flies, having a heart attack, grabbing their hearts, grabbing their stomachs because it's so stressful? And then you have the waves and the waters. And scientists are going to be perplexed. They're going to be like, we don't know what's coming. We don't know why this is happening. And this will be happening in areas that you would never think would have an earthquake. And men are going to be round the clock working 24 hours a day, looking at the stars and trying to figure out, this doesn't make any sense, why the earth is falling apart, all this kind of stuff. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then there'll be signs in the sun, and then the moon. Who knows if it's sun flares? The moon will look different, darker, all kinds of stuff. And then the stars, like, all the nations are going to be distressed. This is not a normal event. So I feel for the people in Japan. I hope that there isn't a huge earthquake for a while, because it affects everybody in the world. But the interesting thing is, one of the reasons why I wanted to make a video like this is to, obviously you want to know your maker, you want to know about the Lord, and really Jesus is the answer to give you peace through all this kind of stuff. And it's coming. We just don't know when, right? We don't know when the big event is. But I encourage you to read the Bible, to get to know who Jesus Christ is, so that you can have peace here on earth. So feel free to comment, feel free to share your thoughts, and then also don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.